This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
So summer officially about to begin. A lot of positive things there. You know, it's warmer weather. It's that mindset. They say the living is easy in the summertime. You've got a little extra time. You want to enjoy it with friends and family, do activities, all good. But there's another benefit from the summer solstice, and that may be one you've overlooked that could change your life. And this might be a time to maybe make some changes in your life. We're talking about energy. We're talking about, some deep stuff today, but it's going to be impactful. She's a galactic. I had gelato last night, so my brain is like, galactic shaman. She's a Reiki master, an animal healer. She's also a sound healer and has this stuff figured out. I've had sessions with her. Absolutely amazing. Energy clearing. Probably due for another one soon, too. Shayna Blackmar is our professional veer and back with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm working my way through the ascension symptoms. The energies are strong, they're building, and the solstice it's always a big energy window for the year. And this year I'm hearing it's just exponentially more. It's this big expansion window, basically, in which we have this huge opportunity to make a quantum leap.
So before we get into the back end, let's go to the front end. You said you're feeling stuff. What's going on that you're feeling? And you're more sensitive to energy than the rest of us, but I'm curious.
Yeah, the fatigue has just been next level. Like I just want to sleep 12 hours a day, but then it's hard to sleep.
I am.
So, and
I don't want to agree with you just to agree. I feel the same thing. Like, what is going on? I got enough sleep last night. I just feel like recently, last couple of days, like kind of dragging. And then it's like, is everything okay? Medically, health wise. But it's fine. I just believe what you're saying here. I think for a lot of us are feeling it.
yeah, and it's actually really, really wonderful because what's happening is at a cellular level, all of the light codes coming into the earth are lifting us up, helping us raise up, helping the earth raise in vibration. And so at a cellular level, we're literally being changed.
Wow.
We're being changed from carbon to crystalline so that we can be in and hold 5D and 7D all the time. So cellularly, our bodies are working really hard all the time, and it's exhausting. So give yourself a break if you're tired, if you need to sleep longer, need to take a nap, need to sleep in, need to spend 4 hours on the couch. It's okay. Your body's working hard,
Thank you
and
for
it's for
that.
these big upgrades. So it's really, really, really beautiful. Um, so yeah, just give
Interesting.
yourself some love.
Yeah. And it's, I'm always moving. So I feel like, what's going on here? You feel sluggish. You're not like, cranking it out. And I really, really believe this is it because there's nothing else going on. Went to the
Mhm.
gym this morning. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, let's go. But at the same
Exactly.
time, is this what's going on here? Is it sort of like when you upgrade your computer and you got to wait for it? Like it says, depending on what you got, like even on Windows computers, it'll say installing or upgrading, and there'll be a screen. A lot of times you really can't continue your work. You just wait until it's done. You reboot your computer too, and you wait. It seems like this is part of the pre-phase of the reboot, and we just have to be patient, and it's going to be a new, better, and beautiful us on the other side of it. Is that really what's going on?
Basically.
Yeah. Hmm.
Even like when you're awakened in the middle of the night, that's the reboot happening as well. Yeah, that's the restart of, okay, you just had a big upgrade. Now you've got to restart your computer so you get awakened. Which unfortunately, sometimes it's hard to go back to sleep, but hopefully you can. But that's what's happening.
Mm,
Yeah.
wow. Um, what can we expect? So here we are, days before the official start of summer. What can be expected here?
So yeah, with the ascension symptoms, fatigue is a big one, and I find it's easiest to be grateful for the upgrade rather than focus on being exhausted.
Hmm.
And then just to rest and sleep as much as you can because sleep is the fastest way for us to integrate. There's other things that are pretty common, like um, feeling hot, having Kundalini activations, like heat running up the spine. Um, it could be headaches. It could be you're not hungry and then you're starving and then you eat and you feel sick. So like it's the body needs extra work or extra food, but then it's hard to digest because of all the work that it's doing cellularly. So it's, just kind of take it easy, eat light, eat things that are nutrient dense, but also easy to digest if you can. And sometimes, like, it's the opposite extreme of we have a craving for something we wouldn't normally eat, or maybe something from our childhood. And that I've found is related to clearing something from that time. So give yourself a break if you want a Twinkie or, whatever you wouldn't normally eat. Um, and just kind of be grateful for that memory or that time that goes with it and then let it go. So it really depends on what you're clearing. So each person will feel it a little bit differently. And some people, will feel a lot and it feels terrible, and others won't be feeling anything. So it just really depends on where you're at, and not that anyone's necessarily ahead or behind. They're just clearing different things at different times.
You're amazing because everything you just said is what I'm experiencing. This is like wild. And I'm not agreeing to agree, but the same deal. Like just the feeling of like, yeah, I'm hungry. No, I'm not. I don't really want anything. Blah. And then I'll eat something and be like, it's like not really sitting well. I had the same thing.
Mhm.
I get together with my best friend. Typically once a week, we go to this little pub in town. Like it's been around there forever, even since we were teens. And we get just like the $6 cheeseburger, and it's our thing. We talk, we catch up. Went yesterday, and after I was like, yeah, ugh, I don't know. I text him. I'm like, are you feeling something from that? Because I don't think there's anything wrong with the burger. I think it's what you're describing. Um, and the other day, there was an ice cream truck in front of me, and I was with somebody, and we're like, "Wow, you got ice cream?" I'm like, "Yeah, chocolate shake." And that's what I had when I was a kid, and that's one of my comfort foods. So, but it's almost like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, because then you have the chocolate shake or whatever that comfort food is, and then there's a good chance you haven't had it in a while. So you feel like garbage after eating it. So it's like a delicate blend there. But I'm being
Yeah,
transparent
it's
here.
really,
What
really
you're saying.
difficult.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
feeling it. I'm
it's
seeing it.
difficult to, yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to transverse. It's such a fine line of needing food, needing whatever you need, but then you eat it and it doesn't feel good or whatever because the body's working so hard. I found that coconut water is amazing.
Oh my gosh,
It really
stop it. Will you
helps.
just stop? Stop, stop, stop. You are psychic. I just started drinking coconut water the other day. And I was like, this is really refreshing. And yeah, like within the last week, I have like 4 cans. Um, and it was random. I was just at the checkout at a healthier type supermarket grocery store, and it was right there, and I grabbed it. That's wild. Like, okay, so what's up with the coconut water?
Well, so any sort of chemical reaction creates heat, right? And so our bodies, our cells are shifting. So there's a lot of excess heat that is being created. Plus the Kundalini activations it's a fire energy. So there's more heat in the body. So the more things you can do to help cool and balance yourself, the better. Like lots of veggies. Um, if you're going to go outside and be active, do it in the morning, not in the heat of the day, that kind of thing. And the coconut water, it has a healing a cooling effect on the body. It also has loads of electrolytes. So it's like nature's Gatorade
Mm.
that's clean and healthy, has more potassium than a banana. So right now it is like it's my best friend. Sounds like it may be yours too.
Yes. And I was kicking myself because I went back and I bought some more and it had like pineapple in it, which is fine, but I don't want anything else. I just want the straight up, and it had a little bit of sugar where the other version of it, same company, was just coconut water with pulp. I like it. And that's it. Nothing else, nothing added. So interesting. So let's go back to what we're changing from. You said we're changing from one composition to more crystal within our body. What's that about?
Yeah, we're changing from being carbon-based to being crystalline, to being, um, water is liquid crystal, to being more um, plasma, essentially. So, because carbon is dense and it's perfect and it's done a wonderful job for the 3D reality, but moving up, we have to be lighter, we have to be in a higher vibration. And so the crystalline, the light body is what we will be in for the higher densities.
So is this basically setting us up for the ascension to go from the third dimension to the fifth and maybe beyond? It almost ready for takeoff. It almost sounds like, pilot checks the wings, checks the flaps, got to go through everything, make sure, we're gassed up. Might need to do a little maintenance on the body, maybe take the plane out of service for a little bit, i.e. the fatigue, the tired, and all that. So we're getting ready for an ascension, a takeoff. Is that kind of it?
Yeah, literally, like we're being lifted up to receive even more high frequencies. And a big part of that is being sure the nervous system can receive it, can receive all that light so it doesn't get burned out. So that's why taking care of yourself is really good, protecting your peace, um,
Mm-hmm.
resting, the coconut water, things that have a cooling effect if you're feeling hot, things like that. And you can even talk to your nervous system and, put your hands on your heart and your belly and, tell yourself you're calm, you're safe, that kind of thing. And I have started talking to my nervous system as part of my intentions every morning and say it's safe to expand and hold more light so that it then knows, okay, I can receive all these light codes coming in. It's cool. And we'll send them down to the earth, so that it's moving through and doesn't get stuck. And your body is then open to receive it rather than contracting and restricting, and then it's more uncomfortable.
So what happens on the 21st? That's when I think it's 9 something in the morning, Eastern AM, right? Um, what's going to happen there when summer solstice it officially begins? Is there
Yeah.
going to be a shift at that point?
There is a huge influx of light codes coming in. And so it's like this, um, huge opportunity for us to make a quantum leap, like I said before, of choosing ascension, choosing to raise your vibration, that kind of thing. So take care of your body, and if that's the path you want to take, keep choosing love.
Hmm. Is there what I want to go deeper into the shift? So we're getting ready for the summer solstice. So let's say on the 21st, will we feel anything a little bit different and then thereafter?
I'm hearing as far as the timing, it will depend on each person and how much where they're at, how much work they've done, how much they are focusing on raising their vibration. But that yes, we will be lifted up and it will be you'll feel more like yourself, more like being able to be in the heart more rather than held in the past, held back, um,
Hmm.
being able to be more in love, more in joy, more in peace.
Hmm. I might have shared this last time or the time before, but in the last few weeks, something just came over me and I started scaling back things that I've been doing that really aren't bearing anything. They're okay, even business wise, everything. I'm pulling it all back in. Things that don't really support, nothing bad, but I look at it, I'm like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm part of that organization. I'm doing this, whatever. What am I getting back from that? I'm like, nothing much. So I'm gonna push that to the side. This over here, maybe that relationship doesn't really work anymore. Again, not negative, nothing bad, just kind of paring it back. And it's almost as if I feel like in the Wild West where they would take the wagons and they would all circle them around and then like hunker down, get rid of things around. Um, that's where my head is at, and it's almost like intuition, like no, do that, and it's not like a rash decision. Some of the stuff weeks in the making, like I wonder what I should do, da, da, da. And then after I make the change, it's like, yeah, that was the right thing to do. Okay, good thing I listened to myself. Is that part of it too? Like we're making changes, whether we know it or not.
Absolutely. You're calling your energy back so that you have everything you need to make this next big leap. And things are shifting underneath a lot. And so that's why people are experiencing delays and things like that as this new, everything's kind of, I've seen it in movies, although I don't know which one, where it's kind of like you're walking and the road is being laid out as you walk. So things are shifting underground like constantly. So just keep focusing on love and and allow the path to continue in that direction for you.
That's a great analogy. I got it right away. That the road is not in front of you; it's being created as you take each step. So
Mhm.
you can't see where you're going. You're just going. And the road could change in a second. Adjustments could be made. You might, take the road over here, over there in real time, as opposed to, there it is. I'll just keep traveling down that road, which
Right.
is what we've all been doing, right? Just we know the road. We're going down that road. Now it's sort of like a little uncharted territory, but in a good way.
Exactly. In a great way.
Wow.
And that's also part of coming back to creating our reality. I mean, we always have been, we just didn't know it. And and so as we rise up in frequency, we're coming into closer and closer to instant manifestation.
Ooh, I love those two words.
And we have to, yeah, we have to hold our integrity in order to be able to do that. We have to, so the path is going to keep going and adjusting based on our thoughts, our words, our actions, our inactions, all of that.
Instant manifestation. Could we believe that once we go through this change, that things, hopes and dreams, things we feel we deserve, maybe we manifested them, we kind of gave up on them, maybe we should circle back to it? That is, with this change coming on here, is there the potential for those things to come your way finally?
I'm hearing whatever is for your highest good will be coming in faster. And because we're being lifted up and held and being able to hold the frequencies of love and joy more and longer, then those things again will be able to come in to your reality faster.
If
Things that
I
aren't meant to will fall away faster.
if I wasn't experiencing what you described, and I didn't tell you that ahead of time, I would be, I believe in all of this, but I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll kick back, I'll wait and see. But you're like spot on in the description. So we're feeling the same thing at the same time. Doesn't mean that everybody is, but it sounds like more of us are because of the changes that are coming. That said, Mercury retrograde is about to kick in soon. Um, Not, just a mindful time, nothing bad. How does that come into play here? How do we put the two together?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's actually really beautiful because then that will feed us into the 7/7 portal, the Sirius portal. Um, and so it's a time to reevaluate, review, um, look at what's working, what's not, and adjust accordingly.
Hmm. Heavy times. You've described some other interesting energetic transit situations and all of that. I'm going to do the Shayna scale, 1 to 10. 10 being this is very impactful. The 10 is like, big changes coming. This is major, major, like major. Scale of 1 to 10. And also with looking on, let's say, the last year of things that have come up. Where would you put this one?
The solstice,
What we're
or
describing today.
just
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde, everything. I would say we're at a 9 because things are just increasing exponentially every day. So what used to, years ago, take an entire lifetime to clear and work on and learn for soul lessons is now happening in weeks, even days. So it's going faster and faster and faster. So
Wow.
yeah, it's way up there and impactful, and it's this beautiful opportunity to clear the past, clear anything that's holding you back and letting it go. Like, okay, thank you for the lessons learned. I'm going this way.
Yes. Yes. And is it a situation where you're going to know, you're going to feel it during this period? That doesn't work for me anymore. That's not really working here. I'm going to leave that. That's going to stay in my life. It's going to be like when you know you're going to know.
Absolutely. And because of the upliftment that's happening through the solstice, this big expansion window, it'll be easier to know. So the key is following your feeling, following your intuition,
Mm, wow. Part of me,
and and
part of me is
napping.
I'm excited because I'm experiencing what you said. So I guess I'm on the journey, as I'm sure many, many, many are. Part of me is like excited. There's a part of me is like, whoa, all right, a little scary here. Like the roller coaster. Buckle in. Um,
No, no,
no,
definitely. Like let go of all fear. And focus on what you want to create. I want more love in my life, more, reciprocal relationships. I want more joy. What's going to bring you joy right now? Yeah, let's go do that.
s-
Focus on the good, on the good.
yeah, yeah, I got you. Oh, wow, very interesting. Like I get this. Like I personally understand this. And because you explained what we are feeling, so I feel like I'm being set up in a good way by the universe. Make sense?
We're being supported, and we're on a free will planet, so we get to choose. What do you choose?
Hmm. Love, peace, joy, all of those
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
The support is there. These transits, the planetary alignments, all of that is there to support our ascension, our growth. We're being uplifted.
Do you realize that you just saved a lot of people a copay to their primary care physician?
Good.
I'm serious. Um, so many, I'm sure, are thinking like, oh, I feel off. I feel tired. I got no, maybe I gotta go to the doctor, get some, do the labs or like something's up here. My stomach is off. What is going on? This is it. This is it.
Yeah, I
You know?
mean, there is a lot. There could even be like some heart flutters with heart activations. So you can take a moment and some deep breaths and ask your cells to rise up into higher frequencies. If it's hurting or keeps going longer than a few minutes, then
Yeah,
that's something different. But
sure.
a lot of these things that we're experiencing are ascension, not necessarily that there's anything wrong. Yeah, the excess heat. So the coconut water is great. You could even do, because there's just so much excess acidity that happens as the process. You could even take like an eighth of a teaspoon of baking soda with a couple ounces of water and drink that once a day to really help just keep the body in balance.
Mm.
And that will also help the muscles feel better because they get fatigued, even if you're not doing anything, just from even if you're not physically doing anything, because energetically they're doing a lot.
That
I mean,
explains
there's
that
some simple
too.
things that will help.
Lately, I've been walking around like an old man, like, oh, why do I feel this way? Like, there's no reason for it, and
I
it's
know,
it's been in the
me
last
too.
about a weekish, because prior to that, I felt fine. So interesting, amazing, and this is just a piece of what you do. Um, Best way to find you if somebody needs some support for this. um, Amazing time we're
Absolutely.
in.
My website is, yeah, we all need support. My website is Vurusha.com, Vurusha. And I'm on social media, Instagram at Shayna Blackmar Healing.
Thank you. I mean
You're
that.
welcome.
Yeah, this explains a lot. We'll be talking more about
Very
this.
glad it helps.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Bye.
We'll be right back.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.